Welcome to this programming tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to look at string handling techniques in Python. Let's start by creating a variable and assigning a string to it. I'll assign hello world to the variable called word. Let's also get a random letter. For this one, I'll just pick A. In programming, you might want to run through a string to grab different parts of it or handle it in different ways. Remember, a string is just a list of characters, so it works similarly to how we deal with lists. Let's start with the first one, getting the length of the string. To get the length of the string, and we'll print it out over here, we can use the len subroutine. This will return the length of my word variable. And there we go, we have 11 characters because remember, a space counts as a character. Next, let's look how we can get the index of something in a string. For example, let's say I want to figure out what index the letter L is in the string. To do that, and I'll print it out again, we can write words and we can use a method. To use a method, we're going to use a dot so we can apply it to the word. We're going to write the subroutine or method index, and then we'll ask it to look for the letter or the character L. Notice this outputs 2 because we've got 0, 1, and 2. The index method will return the first instance of the character you're searching for. Let's now look how we can return the letter L. To do this, we can treat the string like it was a list by using square brackets and a position. In this case, I'll use position 2. And there we go. Keep in mind, we could also return the position by doing index L. We get error here because the object's not scriptable because I've used square brackets instead of normal brackets. So let's fix this error by putting normal parentheses around our subroutine. And there we go. Now keep in mind this would be a waste of time because we already know what index L is in. Next, let's look at something we've done before, which is concatenation. Concatenation is when you want to concatenate or join two pieces of data inside an output statement. For example, I can output hello, add a plus, and then put word. That will concatenate or join the string hello with the word variable, which is hello world. So we should get hello hello world. Next, let's look at different types of typecasting that we can do. For example, if I want to typecast a number, let's say I want to typecast the string 19 into an integer, I could do that by putting it inside of an integer subroutine. This will convert the int or the string 19 into an integer. There we go. We can also do the reverse by converting an integer into a string using str. Next, what happens if we want to turn the integer 19 into a real number? We can do that by writing the subroutine float, and we should see it come up as 19.0. Lastly, in typecasting, let's look at how we can change a number into a character or a character into a number. This is using a character map, which you might learn about in a later lesson. If we type CHR for character, and I put 97 in here, we will get the 97th character in the character map, which is A. If I want to do the reverse of this, and I want to find out what A is in the character map as a number, I can use the ORD or ORD subroutine. There we go. Lastly, there is a method we can use called substring. This is when you want to cut out a part of a word or a phrase. Let's look at how we can use substrings in Python. To use a substring, we already know one method, which is by writing the index over here. This will return h, which is the first position in our word variable. But we can also put a colon here to put a range of characters. For example, if I put 0 to 5, we should output from position 0 to position 5, and we get hello. I could change this by doing position 4 to position 8, and we should get O space WO. And this shows you a really useful method you can use if you want to cut out parts of the word, and this is called a substring. We can also do other methods as well. For example, if I do -1, this will return the last character in a string, D. If I put -5, it will return the last 5 characters, or the last 5th character, sorry, in the string. If I put a colon after the -5, it will return the last 5 characters of a string. If I change this to be 1 and -4, because if we have a minus here, it will omit or remove the first character and the last 4 characters. There we go. And if we want to get every other character, for example, every second character, we can use 2 colons over here to specify that we want every second character. And there we go. Substrings are useful in programming. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful.